Hello and welcome, my name is Zenzarius and I'm here to talk about Comic Con 2019 October. And add a few ones before that as well, May 2018 as well. I kind of mixed it all in because I was originally going to do one for last year and the one for May and just never got to it until now. And I thought after this October, I thought, yep, gotta do it, get it done no matter what. And then I realised I have no idea how to showcase the thousands and thousands of pictures. I say thousands, not that many, hundreds of pictures that I took during the Comic Con and that. To be honest, that is mostly all I've got to show really, but I've got so much to talk about and my memory gone again. So let's just have a look, see at what we've got so far and we'll go from there. You see, the problem was I wasn't sure how to showcase the pictures because I wasn't sure how to manually do it. Fortunately, Windows 10 has a little feature with its photo program to automatically create little snippets of photos to showcase in that. So I've just been spending the last couple of weeks just getting through it, getting used to it, learning how it works, and to be honest, even just doing the automatic theme that it does is quite good actually, although for next time I think I will try just something a little bit more professional wise ish if I ever get that far. But yeah, it's really interesting. It's a start at least, so I don't have to manually input every single picture, and I don't know why, but I always like to take more than one picture of the same thing just in case one doesn't turn out fine. But here we go. But oh my god, Comic Con. Whenever I go to Comic Con, I first went to Comic Con in Utah 2015. It was my first introduction to it, and it was absolutely brilliant. I absolutely loved it, and ironically took very few photos. I was just taking it all in, and then I discovered there's one in my homeland, England, in London, which happens every year apparently. So from 2016 onwards, May and August, I have pretty much been attending every single one for the whole 3 days if I could, and it's always been brilliant, absolutely wonderful. I've never not enjoyed it. I've only got good things to say about it, and it's the Comic Con in London split into two sections. You've got the gaming section, which is also combined with the celebrities and the guests panels, and then you've got the the creation cosplay section, which is for the cosplayers, which is everyone. Then you got the artist corner, which is various authors, artists. Met quite a few actually, and became friends with a couple of them at least. I'll talk about that in just a minute. And then there's my favourite, Pop Asia. And also the food court, which has all types of food you can think of from all areas of the world. My favourite is the little, not sushi, but the little what's it called? Little rice. Can't remember what it's called, but it's like rice with tuna inside of it, covered with seaweed. Very nice. But it's actually been my tradition now to have katsu curry as the first and last thing. So when I first go with there, as soon as it's available, roughly at 11 AM, get the katsu curry, and then before I leave, try and get katsu curry when it's cheap, because they always do look a cheap thing 30 minutes before they close. I failed the last one because I wasn't able to get katsu curry the last time I was there on the final day, but hey, I was actually able to have it during it, so still really good. I fell in love with katsu curry. I've got to have some other things that I've got to experience all of it, but yeah, you always stick with the favourites. And don't know if I mentioned Pop Asia. That's my favourite one, was where they have little people like YouTubers, various guests, both famous, both maybe not knowns, unknowns. It's a place to get known really, so it's basically a stage where people can sing, dance, do little games. I say games lightly, but it's mainly a stage with an audience and that, and people can perform. And what they usually do is have a great big telly which showcases new interesting animes, K-pop. K-pop is the thing there for Pop Asia. It says Pop Asia, but K-pop it's dominating the world right now, and so dominating the whole of Pop Asia really. And no, I don't know why K-pop in particular, but hey, it works and it is good. I can't deny it. It is absolutely fantastic. And right. Now, before I get into the nitty-gritty, I'd just like to say it's very interesting when I managed to get a weekend tickets are automatically priority, and when you get a little wristband, and you can't take it off. No matter if you do take it off, you have to keep it on you at all times. And the funny thing is, once the first day, it starts Friday, ends Sunday. When you arrive Friday, that is like takes the longest to get in there. Because everyone's trying to get in there, trying to get there. You don't get your wristband mailed to you. You have to collect it while you're there. And interesting thing, once you got it, the next day, Saturday and the Sunday, you start at over 10 AM or 9 AM, depending on which day it is. Everyone else starts 2 hours early, later. Sorry, not early. It's quite funny actually. I'm walking in with everyone else who's got the black wristband. I think it's black. No, it's orange. Black is priority for the day. Orange is for the weekend. And I walked in, and there's a great big hall, square hall. Do it this way, and basically you walk in, and everyone else is like going all the way around. This is the entrance, going all the way around, and then whereas we can just go in and straight through. That feels good. That was really good. Still a bit of there's always a queue when you first start on Fridays, but after that it's relatively easy. Still a bit of a walkway, but hey, the place can house up to 50,000 people plus, so even though it can get crowded, there's still more than a space for everyone. So yeah, absolutely awesome. And I have to say, the thing that makes Comic Con the most, and which is like 90% of all the pictures I got, is the people that attend it, the cosplayers. I am no exception. I go cosplays myself. Everyone else spends like thousands of pounds, and when I'm not I'm not condoning it. I absolutely love it, and it's absolutely stunning. The things I've seen, it's mainly the Master Chiefs, the Predators, and that stuff like that. Marvelous. I always go as Big Boss, the old Big Boss. Anyone who doesn't know, the trench coat version with the eye patch. I should be meaning to dye my hair white for it, but I just haven't been able to get around to it yet. And what I usually do is I always wear myself a beard. I shaved it just for the sake of it. Well, I shave it the year round and then grow it during Comic Con because part of my cosplay, because I absolutely love going as Big Boss. And speaking of Big Boss, I wasn't the only one there who liked to dress up as Big Boss. Here you go. Yeah, sorry about that. I just couldn't help myself. Yeah, the heart of Comic Con is the cosplayers themselves, the people come in there and dress up, and it's absolutely awesome. It's pretty much what makes Comic Con Comic Con. Before I babble on more so, let me just give you a taste of what's going to happen and what to expect. So. Okay, first things first, let's just get this out of the way, and the number one thing, I say number one is a bit subjective really, but the number one thing I would say is princesses. Everyone comes out as princesses, be it men, women, children, they always love to come out as princesses. And here's a little quick snippet of all the princesses that I found be it from Disney, which is another big thing, and Mario, namely Peach. But enjoy. The other thing I like to mention is Pokemon. That's another big thing, especially with Pokemon Detective Pikachu that just came out. I've seen that movie. I won't spoil anything. Funny and awesome. I thought Ryan Reynolds was going to go all Deadpool with Pikachu. No, that didn't happen, and that was good. And awesome movie. Awesome movie. It's a good throwback to to me. I'm a Gen 1, and that's it. I don't know why, it's just the way it is. I just like Gen 1 and I've never been able to move on from that. But even with all that, it's still nostalgia filled. I can tell you, the people who helped make that absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved making it. And I pretty much loved watching it. But again, without further ado, let's introduce you the Pokemon cosplayers of Comic Con. Oh, that was cute. As soon as I saw that little baby Pikachu, I had to take a picture of him. And that reminded me of when I was in Utah in 2015. I saw this little, this little man dressed as Ash Ketchum, and on his shoulder he had this little baby, literally little tiny newborn dressed Pikachu, baby Pikachu. It's the cutest thing ever. And I should have tried to take a picture of that. It was so cute, but I wasn't sure if I'd been allowed. I took a picture of a guy who's had a little kid Pikachu, absolutely cutest thing. Unfortunately, he did not want me to upload the picture for YouTube's, and I have to respect that. So I always ask for permission if I can upload involving children and that, because yeah, it's a big thing, really. But if I'm allowed to, and I would love to, because they're so cute. But yeah, it's absolutely awesome. Another favourite of mine, unfortunately not many about, but I managed to just get a few snippets, quite literally, of them, and that's Power Rangers. And while I think of more things to say, let's just take a look at all the different things that Comic Con has to offer as well. And while I think of something more to say, let's just take a look at the other cosplayers that are in different categories. But let's have a look. Also, another thing, Godzilla and Star Wars. I don't know why, I just had to combine them. Take a look for yourself. Right, another favourite of mine, and obviously favourite of others, is Legend of Zelda. There's quite a few cosplayers as Zelda, and I have to admit, I saw someone just cosplaying as Marlon, I think her name is. I could never get that right, even at the time I couldn't get the name right. And the thing is, I didn't realise that she was actually with a group, and I saw her several times, and every time I saw her with someone else. And then I saw someone else. So every time I sort of one with others, and yeah, kind of felt like I was stalking her a little bit, but I promise you I wasn't. I was just saw her, and I saw another character from Legend of Zelda with her. As you can see, I had to get them all together. It was awesome though. Another thing I absolutely love, and I'm glad that I saw more than one, was Persona characters. Although it was a little hard for me to identify, because one of my favourites is Futaba, or Oracle. Quite a few of them, really, really good ones, absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. So, I'm going to stop speaking. Oh yeah, and speaking of cute, here's a few more pictures of little kawaii things. I hope I said that right. Another thing I loved was the amount of people cosplaying as Final Fantasy characters. Mainly Final Fantasy 7 and Final Fantasy 8, which is weird because Final Fantasy 7 is the most popular that I know of. And and yet despite that, for some reason Final Fantasy VIII kind of gets overlooked or ignored, or I don't know why, and yet I never fail to find someone cosplaying or displaying references to Final Fantasy VIII, namely Squall and Renoa. I still have yet to find a Quistis one or a Selphie one. Fantastic. Or even a Zell or Irvine. That'd be great. We need her. Anyway, here's a whole collection of Final Fantasies. Yuna is also a good one. Tidus, that was a good Selphie as one as well. Yeah, just enjoy. It's one of the biggest I took because there's so many of them. The other thing I absolutely love, is Resident Evil, and I found quite a few Resident Evil fans. Gotta be in the wake of the remake of Resident Evil 2, which is an awesome game. Still haven't completed it, but absolutely awesome. Found a few Claires, and apparently there was one of the Claires that I found. Also, there was a Leon as well, or was it Chris? I can't remember which, but unfortunately he wasn't available at the time. He was somewhere else. I never did catch him, unfortunately, or maybe I did. I don't know. Don't recall. But yeah, here's a few of my favourites. But my favourite of the more was the one I saw this October. I saw it and I had to take his picture, Nemesis. Oh my god, my favourite of them all. Absolutely brilliant costume, and as soon as I saw that, I knew I had to take a picture with him, a little selfie with him. And the funny thing was, as I asked him if he could take a picture, he just like, yeah, he didn't speak or anything. But then I just got behind him, got my phone ready. I was going to get my main camera, but it's a little bit too big and bulky, and then it suddenly wrapped his hand around my freaking neck. I thought, oh god, what's going on? But then I didn't tell him to do that. He just went and did it, and it was awesome result. And so yeah, like, yeah. Oh god, it was absolutely brilliant. Other things I loved was the Predators as well. They were awesome, absolutely awesome. So I can tell you they've worked really hard on those costumes, trying to get their attention though, because the masks, I'm pretty sure they can't hear, or they'll ignore me. One of them. But as we get into the end of this video, I just want to, mainly the stores and that, so I managed to gain a collection. I couldn't take a picture of every single one of them. I really should. I could have took pictures of more. That's the only regret. Whenever a Comic Con's over or the 3 days are over, my biggest regret is not doing more. I could have done more. I could have done more. And I should have taken pictures of more of the stores. So here's a huge collection of merchandise in the stores from the cosplay area. Enjoy. So if you didn't attend it, this is the things you can expect to find. There's a couple more things I'd like to talk about before I end this for now. Or should I start with Pop Asia or should I start with that store? Tell you what, let's start with the stores. One moment, I just need to find something because I got the physical here. Just one moment. Now, this might take a while. Don't know why I'm filming it, but oh yeah, something I want to mention first. My greatest pride. Well, I say pride. I'm absolutely proud of. And 2018, last year, I think it was May, and personally, I don't know how everyone else is, but I don't care about the panels or the celebrities or anything over there because none of them really matter to me. What matters to me the most is actually the cosplayers and that, because that's just me. Others go there purely for the panelists and that, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But then I was just talking with my friend, and she was looking at all the panelists, and she's just through the names and that, and then she said the magic words, "Who's David Hayter?" Oh. Did you just say David Hayter? And I said, yeah, he's going to be there for when? All for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I thought, you don't mean the voice of Solid Snake, do you? Yes, he was. And Friday, nothing. Saturday, nothing. And then Sunday, terrific story this is. He was there the entire time, and I would not forgive myself if I had not met him at least once during that time. And so I think it's like nearly 4 PM near the end of the show, and I was with this other person in the row, because every single day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there was a huge crowd. Every other panelist there, but him, you could tell where it's because there's a huge swarm. Fucking outdid everyone else. Just to give you an idea how good this guy was. And the funny thing was, me and the guy I was with, we were actually in the last one, and then in the last section. Of course, there was a few people behind me, but then suddenly they had to cut it off because they cut off the line, and because David Hayter wanted a break or something. Can't blame him. He's been there all day, and the thing is, it cut off before him and after me, so I was actually in the cut-off point. I was here, the other guy was there, and he was like looking at me and he thought, oh no, it's going to be like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours wait before anyone else can actually see him again. And he then said to the staff and said, oh, this guy, me, is with him, and that obviously a lie, but then they managed to say, okay, yeah, go on with him. So I thought, oh God, if it weren't for that guy, I probably would have missed it. So thank you. And he told me his name, but I can remember. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. If I ever want to see you again, I'll thank you with the bottom of my heart. Yeah, he had a little manual, the original Metal Gear Solid PlayStation 1 manual, which is what actually most of them did. Or either that or the case, and have him sign it. I didn't have anything. I just wanted to shake his hand. And I actually finally met him. It was absolutely fantastic. Oh, I finally met my heroes. I've been a fan of Metal Gear Solid since I was 11 when it first came out on the PS1, because I know it actually came out on SNES as well. But anyway, awesome. And then I discovered there's like about £50 to have like a video of him, and then like £15. Don't judge me, don't quote me on the prices, but I knew it was about £15 to have a selfie of him. And I was just like looking how much money I had. I thought, how much did you say the selfie was? And I wasn't going to miss that chance. No way was I going to miss that chance. And that my friend, I say friend because I only met him that one time, but I don't care. He's my friend then, and he stays now. He was before me, and after he went, he actually stood by while I was having I was starstruck. All my memory gone, completely gone, and kind of embarrassing, but yeah. Me in my suit, I didn't have my trench coat or even eye patch. I just told him that I was going as the old big boss, and completely forgetting the beef between Keith Sunderland and that. Not exactly beef, just David Hayter had to re-audition to be part of Metal Gear Solid 3, so there was a bit of that problem really, so yeah. But he's always Solid Snake no matter what, and he was also the start of Big Boss as well, so hey. In the end, the guys waiting for me. As soon as David got up to take a selfie of me, he actually volunteered to help grab my phone and take those pictures of me, and he just spammed the button. I just freaking spam it, and oh god, yeah, here they are. I'm absolute mate. Oh yes. Oh, where was I? Oh yeah, sorry, sidetracked, but I had to tell that story because that's brilliant. And I actually told him I was actually there specifically to see him because I don't see any other plans. But as soon as I knew he was there. Oh, I just had to go for it, man. I was happy just shaking his hand, but yeah, now I got memorized for it. I'll show you this in a minute. All this from a Comic Con, not from October. All this is mainly from last year. I can't find the ones from October, which is really weird. To be honest, this year, October, I only bought a maximum of like 3 things, not including the food, otherwise I'd bought a million things. I've got an excuse for that, and I'll tell you, that's the last thing I'll tell you. Oh, here it is. Here's this year's and May's. So definitely this. Oh, yes. Okay, yes. Okay. Right, let me show you the ones from the past first. All of these are from the artist corner, so various artists in that. Some of these I recognise, some of these are from animes, renditions of anime, some of them are original. This obviously is an anime. I don't actually quite recognise it. I'm not sure where it's from, but it's definitely anime style. There you go. And I've got so much more to show you. And these are big pictures. I can't remember how much they cost. Not the price actually matters. This is from Nicky Wayne. Don't know why, but I absolutely loved it. Absolutely massive pictures again. And I don't know, hiding the eyes. Absolutely beautiful. And the gradient of the art. It's just stunning, really. Absolutely stunning. I'm going to be here a while, so yeah. Here we go. Oh. Actually, there we go. There was a whole bunch of these, all the size, some small size, but I just wanted the bigger sizes. Oh my god, that's gorgeous. I don't know if they have names. These, as you can guess, are all original. Same theme, hide the eyes, mainly hair. Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Right, let me show you some of these. And like I said, I made friends with one in particular, namely Olivia Duchess. I fell in with her work the moment I saw it back in 2016, and I've been going ever since. And to be honest, she now recognises me, and I would say we became friends. Just we're more like acquaintances. We don't talk outside of Comic Con, and I'm still just a customer. But I don't care. I like her work, and she deserves to be recognised. And most of this is from her. She does usually black international. I say international. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that exactly, but her work is beautiful. Here you'll recognise it. This is her banner that she uses. Actually, we'll just take that out of her. Absolutely wonderful. And yes, she even left a little note on there. 2018, yeah, that's definitely from last year. Oh, as soon as I saw it, I just knew I had to take it. I'm not sure if I have anything from 2016, but like I said, absolutely wonderful. A lot more where that came from. Some of them were based on real people, some she just makes it up as she can. That's based on a real person. Not famous people in particular, but just people she's met, I'm guessing. Well, I say not famous, they are now. Did she write on this one? Oh yeah, she did. Thank you so much. 2018, same year ago. This whole bag from last year. This whole bag, and there's so much of it to show you. Oh wow. Oh, it's a little folder. Someone gave me this little I thought it was a poster. Digimon Links, the mobile game. I still have yet to play that. I've got it downloaded, but I haven't played it properly. But it's actually a little folder. That's gonna be it. Yeah. I thought I'd better put that to you. Oh yeah, yes. Yep. So nice to talk to you. 2018. As soon as I saw this, I can't remember. Every time I say that a picture reminds me of someone, she always knows who it is, obviously, because she drew it, but I couldn't. Same with this one. That reminds me of that supermodel who has like multi-pigmentation. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Again, just another kiss. It's 2018. Oh wow! Just look at that. Yeah, I am kind of biased to Olivia Duchess. And oh yeah, the other things we brought up there, like a newspaper in Japan, from Japan, Zoom. I think it's called the Zoom. Just Zoom Japan. It's basically like a newspaper about Japan. 3 monthlies, the magazine. magazine then, whatever. Okay. Obviously there's a lot more that I bought from her, but I just can't remember where it is. But there's another film I absolutely love, and it's The Last Unicorn. Unfortunately, I never see anyone cosplay it, so I might try and cosplay as one of the characters in there for next time. Mainly Smendrick is my favourite. Anyway, I saw this, like, I believe she was French? This French artist. And we got talking, and she was quite a nice person. I actually met her mother at the same time, but I didn't. Anyway, as soon as I saw it, I thought, yep, gotta go. I'm not sure, I have no guarantee if that was actually inspired by The Last Unicorn, but if whether that be or not, I definitely know this is. So, yeah, whenever I find something like that, I have to take it. And then I spotted these two girls cosplaying as Lady Amalthea and the Red Bull, and as soon as I saw it, I had to take a picture of them. And also take a selfie of them. I'll show you the pictures as soon as I have them. I don't have them in my database right now, I'll have to fetch them, but now I did have a lot more. If I happen to find any, I will make a second video and create an update video. Damn it. Same picture, just larger. Oh, I damaged that. I'm gonna have to see if I can hunt that down and get another one. I'm not sure if these are from the same. Probably are, considering the language. La Planeti. I'm not sure where this is from, but when I saw it, I had to have it. Absolutely gorgeous. And again, this is obviously Cardcaptor Sakura, not Sakura. Absolutely beautiful. Oh. Yes, Olivia Duchess again, the pineapple girl. In case you're wondering what it says. You are awesome. Thank you so much. You're welcome. She's the awesome one, not me. She's the one who does all this stuff. She kind of recognises me now, so every time whenever I go with her, I always have to try and pay for something. Not out of the back of well, I do sometimes, but it's good art. Good art. These must have been from 2018 as well. I completely forgot about them until now. But yeah, just see what I mean? Absolutely beautiful. So many good talent. And Geisha looking in the moonlight. There we go. Oh, she actually watermarked her own little paper. Now, for last May, I think her name, Tracy Hawkins, I think her name was. Hopefully I'm allowed to say that. She draws drawings for her, she calls her little art show, like Magic Sheep. That's her stage name. And what she does these little specific arts. I can't remember the actual name of it. Chibi, I think it's Chibi. And basically what she does is she draws drawings of characters, enemies, whatever, and she basically does requests in that. Yeah, Magic Sheep. If you're interested in knowing. There we go. That's her. But anyway, as I was saying, I absolutely love characters from The Last Unicorn, so I thought, please get me draw me Lady Amalthea, because I absolutely love her. And I thought she does two versions, like a little mini stamp version and a portrait version, so, or a bust version, should I say here. So she did this on the fly. Absolutely wonderful. That's the style she does them in. Perfect. And then she posted me this one, because obviously going to take a little longer for her, but I thought, yeah, and they see Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely, and I wanted to see her again in October this year, but I became too shy. I saw her, but I never went up and said hi. I became too shy. I don't know why. Silly, I know. Then I did see Olivia. I'll come back to her in just a minute. I'm very biased for her. I don't know why. But then I met Destiny Blue. Okay, this is the only one I bought so far. I will have to buy more. And I was just going through it, and she said, "Oh, that one's called Procrastination." I thought, perfect. It's got me written all over it, and here you go. See? And yes, that's my name. I actually travelled with someone else at the same time, who I hung out with, whose also name was Gareth. So yeah, that was a bit of a mind bend. And he is an absolute, he loves Destiny Blue every time. So yeah, that's mostly it. And the last things I got a few more things from Olivia Duchess. I think I've pretty much bought almost everything that she had. Again, Olivia Duchess again. The sad thing is I can't recognise if they're based on real people or just her imagination. I'm sorry. All I know is I love what she does, and she does. Little ladybird. Reminds me of Clementine. Actually, there was a picture there that had the little hat that reminded Clementine from Walking Dead. I realised I shouldn't have said that because it's probably not. I think these were just made up really, but still, it's not nice to just do that. And yeah. Again, another one. This is more like anime kind of style. Perfect. Heart eyes. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Final things that I actually bought. I said I bought three or maybe 2 or 3 things. Can't remember exactly what they were, but yeah. Oh, yeah. As soon as I saw this again, Olivia Duchess. Oh my god, that is beautiful. Take a guess who my favourite is. That's incredible. I didn't. Oops. She must have snuck these in. I didn't pay for these. I just realised. I didn't actually. These are little stickers. Oh my god. I paid for the there were several pictures all at once, and she must have snuck them in without me realising. It's amazing. Thank you very much. Wow. Oh yeah, here they are. Here we go. Okay, this is from October, and at this point, again, she recognised me, obviously, and a couple of these she thought, didn't you buy these before? And to be honest, I think I must have bought a few of them. But yeah. Oh. Awesome. And again, the dress reminds me of Selfie from Final Fantasy VIII, so yeah. I never mentioned that, but I just thought I just liked it anyway. That was it. I asked her if she had any new ones, and yeah. Little Mermaid version. Absolutely. Do check her out, she is absolutely awesome. I just wish I was more famous and give her, I don't like to say more exposure, but just make her more known. Realize I'm getting tired of being recording for over an hour now almost. Doesn't feel like it, I've only got probably like 10 minutes worth of content. Oh, this is unbelievable. But yeah, I know I've got more than this, so expect another video coming up. Right, the last and not least thing I want to talk about, and that's Pop Asia. Now, last year, I like to take video and pictures, as you can tell, but Pop Asia, I just kind of fell in love with that, and I took a picture of this woman who's cosplaying as Anne from Persona 5, and I just happened to be in Comic Con, Pop Asia. I'm getting way too tired. And it turns out someone came up to me and said, "Oh, you came," and I was looking at her and thought, "Who are you?" And I looked at the stage, and it was that same one I took a picture of, only she was because anyone knows Anne from Persona 5, she has 2 costumes, one for school and one for when she's in the other world. And I didn't actually recognise it at first, so I thought, okay, then I'll just take a video of the performance, which I did, and then send it to them. Turned out to be pretty good, and I thought, that got in my mind, I thought, oh yeah, this is something I'd like to do. So this year, concerning October, this is the reason why I only got 3 or 4 things in total this time, because I actually went up on Friday to the Pop Asia to see the manager and the people. There's only 2 people, husband and wife kind of thing, and Sylvia, her name is, it's her baby and that she's in charge. And I came up to them and asked them if there's anything I could do, like maybe help volunteer to make video for them using my camera and that, because it's not a professional camera, but it's a good entry level camera. So, and it does external audio, external microphone as well, so that's awesome for me. That's the main reason why I got it, really, because it's freaking awesome like that. But they eventually said, yeah, any help they can get would be greatly appreciated. And luck would have it, they actually had someone else who is actually staff of Comic Con to actually take videos and pictures, but there's a bit of a communication area. That guy thought he was only going to take pictures. He had a camera to take video as well, but unfortunately, due to the way things are, you can't do both at the same time. So they actually had no one to take video. So and what the plan was for me is that whenever there was a performance live, I would capture the video footage and give it to Pop Asia for them to do with as they please, and that would be it. And of course, any acts that come up with their own designated cameramen, I would then just be technically a backup. But it actually worked out really well. I thought sometimes between performances, because like 30 minutes between performances, but it's never 30 minutes, so it always overlaps, so it's never like exactly at 12 and then 1 then 1:30, whatever. And I thought, okay, whenever there's a break, 30-minute break, because they sometimes have like a little music show or a TV show, emphasis on the TV. And Friday there's only about 2, maybe 3 shows, last an hour and a half. I thought, okay, that's not too bad. Saturday though, oh my god, I just said, I said the fated words, I would just record as much as I can that day, and whenever there's a performance, and I'll take a break whenever there's a break in shows or anything. Big mistake. I say it's a big mistake, but absolutely I still loved it. It was awesome. It started at 12. There was show after act after show after act, all the way till the Comic Con show ended at 7 PM. So from 12 noon all the way to 7 PM, no breaks whatsoever. I had only had 1 toilet break, and I stayed there the entire. Keep in mind, I was volunteering. I wasn't getting paid for it. Nothing. I was just volunteering to do that, and it was awesome. I absolutely enjoyed it, but my god, I was exhausted. Even though I was able to sit down because I was the camera. What I did, I got my tripod, and I also had a little selfie stick, which was really good. So I put the camera on to the selfie stick, shot it up, and then had a good, I wouldn't say bird's eye view, but a good upshot. And I'm a bit ashamed actually. I still need to I still need to give a couple of the acts, because some of them actually requested that they have receive it personally. Pop Asia has their own copy. I need to give a copy to the actual performances themselves. Still need to do that. It's been a few weeks. Damn, sorry. But yeah, in the end, near the end, about 7 p.m, they said, "Oh, would you like something to eat?" And I said, "Yes, please. If you're willing, yes. Anything sugary in that would be fine." And they actually went out and gave out this lovely waffles with little waffles in a cone, ice cream, M&Ms, cream, just all the sugary sweetness. I know how much it costs. I had it myself, and there's always a queue there, so I hardly ever go there because I don't like queues. But she actually, apparently there wasn't a queue when she got there. She was only like 5 minutes, and she said, "Here you go, about £7." And I thought, how much? Basically, I received it for free. She just paid for it herself. I'm assuming they got reimbursements or something, but it's the thought that counts, and I just thought you didn't have to do that. It was awesome, and no news must have spread or something, because on the Sunday, the last day of filming, it was a lot better because there was a couple of breaks in between. Well, just the one break really, but still, a break's a break, and which I utilised. And one of the acts, Zozoan, check her out, she's also good. Her friend, Eldie, sorry. Need to make sure I go. And she actually came up to me with those little rice little pudding cakes, and she actually said, "Have you had anything to eat?" And she didn't know this, but the person I was working with, because there's another person to take pictures, he actually asked me if I wanted chickens on a skewers and that, because he's going to get two soon and get one for me. I thought, oh yeah, that's nice, I'll take it. And that's kind of him as well, really kind of him. And then LD came up to her and offered me a portion of what she had, and I refused it because I was actually going to get something else at the same time. But that was really awesome. I did, unexpected, because none of that was required or anything, but it was still felt good for that. And I thought, yeah, this is something I really love to do. Ironically, because I'm in front of the crowd, but the pop-air jump behind the camera, and it was really awesome, especially working with the acts and the managers and that end. Especially at the end of the Friday. I can't find it right now, but I'll probably update it in the new video. They actually made me an official member. I say official member, they actually gave me a card to represent that I'm on a former. Basically, so I can get in that I'm somewhat official. Basically what that entailed me to do was perform on stage, technically, even though I was a cameraman. You know what I mean. When the Sunday came up, it was really awesome. Oh, it was exhausting. I know there's so much more, and I've been recording now this alone for 10 hours, 1 hour and 10 minutes. I'm getting exhausted now. This is going to be a bugger to freaking edit. Maybe not so much, but you never know. I'm sure, I know there's going to be more, so there's most likely going to be a second video. Keep an eye out for that, and I've been holding off doing other videos because I wanted to get this done first. Before I leave you, there will be several new videos, namely The Beast Within, The Beast Inside. Don't know why, ever since Evil Within came out, I keep thinking The Beast Inside is said Beast Within. Don't know why. It's a psychological, supernatural horror game. Absolutely loved it. I'm moving on from Amnesia, and I can tell you Amnesia did not prepare me for this game. It's like The Beast Inside is like a modern version of Amnesia, only without the amnesia, but it's awesome. Absolutely awesome. Scared me to death. Another video I'm going to do is Pokemon. I'm going to work on that as soon as I can. The Pokemon Sword and Shield. I got the Shield version. My other friend got the Sword, which is convenient, so keep an eye out from that. And also there's another game I'm looking forward to playing. It's called Superliminal. It's not it's a puzzle like game which deals with depth and perception. basically you get a little dollhouse, little small dollhouse. You pick it up, and then as you draw it away, due to the perception and depth of the camera, as you hold it up, it makes it look bigger, and then you drop it, and it dropped down a big freaking house that you can actually go inside. And that's pretty much how the game runs out. It's gonna blow my mind. It's a bit like Antechamber on Steam. I'm gonna love that game. But yeah, A Beast Inside, Superliminal, and Pokemon Shield. Those are the games that are gonna be coming up soon. So they will be blasted out, and I have been busy the past couple of weeks. I'm so sorry. I want to do videos every day if I can. I'm so sorry. I will do better. I'm so sorry, but please forgive me. Starting today. There will be more in the next part, but it'll be more just a filler really, but I guess. See you next time. Take care. Bye bye.